Welcome to On the Water TV. I'm Neil Larson, and on today's show, we're going to experience one of the most exciting fisheries in all of New England, casting the school bluefin tuna. But first up, we're going to join Jay Baver for one of the most unique fishing opportunities in New England, squidding.
It's the middle of May. I'm in Woods Hole, Massachusetts, and we're on the town dock right now. Every May, schools and schools of spawning squid come into Vineyard Sound. And at night, with the lights from these draggers that are around here that are dragging squid during the day, and some of the lights from the town and the town dock, the squid come in. They're attracted to the small zooplankton and bait fish that the lights attract. And what we're trying to do now is jig up some squid, and I got one on. Here it comes. Oh, hey, I got one. And that's a squid, and he's squirting some water right now. And they can also squirt ink right in your face. You have to be a little bit careful of that. That's one of their defenses that they have. These jigs that we're using do not have barbs on them. The squid use their tentacles. They shoot them out, grab the jig. You'll feel a dead weight on the jig. You just need to start reeling in once you feel that dead weight, and you can land them. These squid can be used as bait, and they are also delicious if you want to cook them up. But they're pretty creatures. They have iridescent, and some of them have phosphorescent colors in them. And this is a pretty decent specimen. This is about medium sized here. There's some that are, you'll catch a smaller, and some that are even larger. There's different species that are spawning in here. But this is the second one I've gotten tonight. We're gonna keep casting with all these guys that are here. Oh, somebody else has one there. So hopefully the schools come in a little thicker. We'll keep jigging them up, and we'll have a lot of bait and hopefully a good dinner too. I just hooked up again. He was right in front of me. This is kind of a look what I found. What you can see, I'm gonna come over here in the light, is these squid, they have a lot of small tentacles around their eyes here, but then they have two long ones. Those are the ones that reach out and attack the bait. And you can see that the squid jig here, it just has some upturned hooks, and when the squid grabs on, you feel the dead weight. You just reel them up, and that pressure keeps the squid on the hook. The rig I'm using here is a tandem squid rig. What you want to do is use a weight on the bottom. There's some snags here, and just using a bank sinker or an egg sinker helps you avoid getting snagged up and losing your rig. And I have two dropper loops, and here I have the Yozuri squid jigs. These are nice because they float in the water and look like a natural bait fish. There's a lot of different types of squid jigs. They all work. I found that this in one spot in particular in Woods Hole here, these are one of the most effective. You'll see most of the guys here tonight are using these on a tandem and sometimes even a triple rig. I'm going to dump this squid back in the bucket here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to eat them or use them as bait, but either way, this is a lot of fun, and you might want to consider it as a springtime option before the stripers or even while the stripers are showing up. Ooh, I went deep for this one. I saw the guys on the boat out there. This is the biggest one I've gotten so far tonight, I think. I went deep, and I scored again. Sometimes you can get these by casting and slowly jigging in your dual rig or your single rig or your triple rig. I noticed, you can see there's these guys, they're catching a ton of them on the boat out there. I didn't feel like going out there, so I just cast out there, worked the jigs in, and scored. We can actually see the squid coming in, and they'll come in a big school, and when you can see them and they're in real close, you just have to drop your jig and then move it a little bit. Sometimes you can actually see the squid coming up and grabbing your jig, and that's when it gets really exciting. These aren't big animals, but they are a lot of fun. And you don't need heavy gear to do this either. You can use almost anything. Sometimes I'll use my freshwater gear. I've switched to a bigger rod. The reason was the line is blue and I can see it better at night. Also, this rod's a little longer, and it can help if there's a lot of people. You can get a little distance in your cast, or while you're jigging, you can jig a little further out, which can help too. I just found another one. There we go. The bite is on, and we're catching enough of these so that I think I'll be able to eat a few and use a few for bait. If you're fluke fishing, scup fishing, striper fishing, tuna fishing, everybody loves squid, and so do we. Well, I am trolling them up from way out deep. The squid are definitely out a little deeper. This is a little bigger. This looks like intermediate. It looks like that other variety we've been catching. I don't know the name specifically, but this is a hoot. You have to give it a try. When you're fishing in New England, you never know what you're going to catch.
Oh, eat it, eat it, eat it.
Hit him once. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Tight. Double up, baby. Double up.
There you go.
That's how you do it.
Next, we're going casting for school bluefin tuna with Captain Terry Nugent and Jolly Roger Swiderski. But first, let's take a look at the Toyota towing tip. I'm here today with Greg Marchand from Toyota USA in the all-new Toyota Tundra. Greg, towing a boat can be a stressful experience. It doesn't have to be. Give me some of your tips for towing.
Practice, 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 Neil. Big empty parking lot, Sunday afternoon, practice backing it up, practice pulling it forward.
Excellent advice.
Let's take a look at the hitch.
You got it. Greg, let's take a look at some of the nuts and bolts of towing.
Okay, 3 things, Neil. First of all, make sure your tow vehicle can handle the gross trailer weight. Gross trailer weight is boat, trailer, and everything in the boat. You'll get that from the boat dealer when you buy your boat. This tow vehicle, Toyota Tundra, can handle 10,000 pounds. Our North Coast 28 here has got about 9,500 pounds, so we're all set there. Second tip, when you hook up the tongue to the hitch, make sure you've got the right size ball. Make sure the tongue fully engages on the ball and your latch is latched down. If you've got a lock or a pin, always install that. Lock will help secure the whole rig. Pin will just keep the latch latched. Third tip, very important, safety chains. These safety chains are going to hook to the trailer hitch assembly. When you hook them up, make sure you cross the chains underneath the tongue. If the tongue pops off the hitch, it'll fall into that saddle. Keep that tongue from digging into the pavement, causing further damage.
Excellent. That's your Toyota Tundra towing tip.
Coming right over the top of you.
Coming right at it. They went under the boat.
Yeah, they did. There they are, 2 o'clock. Right up over the top, Rog. Get it right in the boils, buddy, right in the boils. Oh, sweet! Okay, the game plan today is we're going to run out of the Pamit River in Truro, and we're going to run out off the tip of Cape Cod, look around Race Point, look around Stellwagen Bank in that area. There's been a lot of bait fish out there, a lot of tuna working the bait fish. The predominant bait fish at this particular point has been halfbeaks. They look like a thin ballyhoo. They're relatively prevalent out here this time of year. We're going to be using Topwater or just subsurface plugs. This is a Stetsko needlefish. As you can see, it's been pretty popular with the fish as of late. We had a fish tear a hook off and we had to change it over to a single bucktail on the back. Raj has a Ocean Lures plug, which you can see also has the finish torn off it. It's been working pretty well for us as well. Okay, the rod and reel we're going to be using today. This is a St. Croix Premier Saltwater 7-foot rod, medium heavy action. There are some rods that are a little bit stiffer, guys like to use for lifting the tuna once you hook them, and that's all well and good, but they just don't have the soft tip to throw the plugs as far as you need to, in my opinion, to reach out and actually catch the tuna in the first place. This rod's got a nice soft tip, but it has an awful lot of backbone down through here, and it'll lift fish up to about 150 pounds, yet it'll still throw one of these plugs an awful long way. I've got a Penn 950 SSM reel, holds 600 yards of spectral line. I've got 50-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon leader. It's about 6 foot long. I tie it in with a triple surgeon's knot. No swivels, no loops, nothing else. Just a nice triple surgeon's knot, goes through the guides clean. An improved clinch knot down onto the plug. And this setup's been working really well for us so far this year. There's nothing better when you're chasing these tuna. They cover so much ground that you want to make sure you have at least 1 or 2 other buddy boats out here helping you. 2 boats, 3 boats can cover so much more area. Everybody wants to go where their buddy is. You want to go somewhere far away from your buddy, but stay in contact. Friend of ours, Mike Matthews, Captain Mike Matthews, called us out on these fish. He said he had nervous water, he had some bait, had some birds and whales, but nothing was showing yet. We started heading out to him, and before we even reached him, we ran into fish. But they were in the same general area as he was. We called him right in on it. We can both fish these same fish. Mike's a professional captain. He's going to shut his motors off when he gets near the fish. He's going to drift into them. He's not going to run up on top and put them down. So I have no problem bringing another boat in on these. You don't have to keep them yourself. Having a couple of buddies come in, as long as you all work together, you can catch plenty of fish. You can help each other out and do much better. Well, we're going to catch some fish over here. They're off at 10 o'clock under this bird. Keep your eyes out, Raj. Mikey ain't throttling up like that for nothing. About 12 o'clock. Got him? Yep. Under the bird? Yep. Got him. Got him. Hang on tight, Raj. Got it. Hang on, Raj. I'll set you up.
All right.
They're still there. I just saw some more bait spray coming right at you. Sorries all over the water. Get it into him, Raj. Get it into him. Coming right over the top of you.
Coming right at us. They went out under the boat.
Yeah, they did. There they are. 2 o'clock. Right up over the top, Raj.
Okay.
Get it right in the boils, buddy. Right in the boils. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Tight.
Oh, eat it, eat it, eat it.
Hit him, Raj. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Tight. Double up, baby. Double up.
There you go.
That's how we do it.
That's the riptide.
That's how we do it.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Nice, Raj.
Good job. Good job. Going under you. Going under you.
Keep him tight. Nice, baby.
There
That's
you
how
go.
we do it.
Oh, stay up, stay up.
Here, baby. Come on.
That's the riptide.
That's how we do it.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Nice, Raj.
Good
Keep him
job.
tight, Raj.
Good job. Going under you.
Keep
Going
him
under
tight.
you.
Keep him tight. Nice, baby.
There
That's
you
how
go.
we do it.
Oh, stay up, stay up.
Keep reeling. Keep reeling. Never let that rod go
Okay.
limp. He's going to turn around and come right back at the boat. Here he comes. There we go.
Okay, okay.
That was
okay,
money, baby.
Okay,
That
come
was
on.
money.
Oh, let's not cross.
And the dance begins.
The Tuna two-step. Woohoo! Haven't done that in a while.
Okay, we're going to have a little bit of work on our hands when we try to weight release 2 fish. I'll rod holder mine if you get yours in first.
Oh, he's just sulking under the boat, sulking under the boat.
Okay, I'll try to bring mine back. Double up, Mikey, double up.
Double up, double up, double up. Those first run of fish were coming right at us. Come on, come on, come
Did
on.
you see that bait come out of the water?
Oh man, you catch those surreys. Oh, where are you? I gotta go back to. I'm going in front of you, Jay. Oh yeah!
And that's how we do it.
Coming back to you, coming back to you.
Try to keep mine out away from you, Raj. Mine's going right for the bottom of the ocean here. 400 feet of water, and he wants every foot of it.
I don't know, I think ours are attached. I think they're twins. They keep following each other.
Raj drilled with the first shot, put it right in the middle of him. Took a couple of swings and misses from a fish and then hooked him up. I threw right in behind him and picked the fish up right behind his fish. And of course they crisscrossed each other a couple of times and we had to untangle a little bit of carnage on the line.
I
But
just saw my fish.
okay, you got color, Raj? You let me know when you get close. I'll put this in the rod holder and I'll land yours.
Yeah, he's been up a couple times. The first set of fish were coming directly at us. You almost didn't even have to cast. Then they blew up about 2 o'clock from the boat. Terry said, as far as you can, throw it out there, get it out there. And they started smacking it on the surface.
I got mine in the holder, Raj. I'm gonna gear up with gloves.
Tell you, that working out helps too. Really a good test for the shoulder. Okay.
Okay.
Starting to do her thing.
You up close, Raj?
Yep.
Bring them over to this side for
Starting
me.
to do her circle thing.
Okay. Lead them right over to me.
Okay, bud.
Here, baby. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
There's one. Raj,
Yep.
if you can take your fish real quick.
I will.
I got mine in the rod holder still hooked up.
Got it, dude.
Thanks, bro. Got him. If you want me to...
Let me go to your
I
right.
got tired. Here he comes. He's a good fish.
That's what, about a 60-pound fish?
It's about a 70, 75-pound fish to be legal. Maybe even a little bit bigger, depending on what they've been eating. This one's got a pretty good head and shoulders on him. Rod's got his fish in pretty quick. Same tackle, same drag settings. This fish either got a real serious attitude or he's a little bit bigger.
He knows he's on film.
That's it.
He wants to smile, wants to get it 10 minutes, wants to take the whole show. That's what he wants to do.
Little guy's trying to make me sweat here.
Far too early into the,
It's not bad for what, the second and third cast of the day?
yeah, second and third cast.
Not supposed to sweat.
And that's because I messed up that
But he's
first
making
cast.
me sweat.
Yeah, I shedded off about 13 layers of clothes already, so.
Come on, baby. Up you go. There we go. A little more on him. This guy down here. You can't gain line on him if he's taken. There we go. And when I lift, it'll actually take line off the spool still. There we go.
Joe, what's the plan when you get her up?
Gonna get her up. If you get the gloves on, just gonna take a, don't wrap on the leader because it's only 50. Just get a light grab on the leader if you can.
Yep.
And easiest game plan is the lip gaff. You're gonna slide it into the mouth and down through the soft tissue under the jaw. Doesn't do any damage to him if you get it between the bones. And then we'll just lift him into the boat. If I can ever get this guy up. Here he comes. Oh, one hook just pulled. I just felt it pop. Come on, baby.
Hey, since we're not going for an IGFA, do you wanna gaff it?
I can if you like.
Okay. I just don't want to.
No problem. That may have been why he was fighting so hard. Sometimes the hook, the back hook will go in his mouth, the second hook will run alongside his body. So he actually has the line running behind him. He can't turn his head. I gotta run him up around the bow here.
Oh yeah, okay.
I just felt the hooks pull, and he's gotten a little bit easier to deal with. He's coming up to the surface now. I can see him out on top. There he is. I can see the plug under the surface is about 20 feet out. There he comes. Nice fish. Yeah, there's that second hook that was running right down alongside his body. You can see it's broken away from the side of him.
Beautiful. Good work, though. Good work.
He's a nice fish. Good.
Tell me what.
Okay. I'm going to hand you off the rod, Raj, if you'd like.
Okay. On your left
And
side.
Yep. Okay, Raj. Here you go. I'll take the gaff. Okay. Come here, buddy. Open your mouth. Come on. Gotcha.
Good job. Good job. Oh, we barely got a hook in there.
That second hook, just like I was saying, was hooked right in here on the back of his gill. Oh, and the split wing just let go. There's no hook.
Look at that.
And there's what he did.
Living right, Terry.
There's what he did to the split ring right there.
Living right.
It's a heavy-duty plug with heavy-duty split rings. Here's the fish.
Oh, man. Good job. Good job.
Here's the fish right here. Nice, happy fish. No harm, no foul. Now we're going to plunge him back in and say goodbye. And that's how we do it. Two
That's
for
how
two.
we do it. 2 for 2. Good job, babe. Hey.
Good teamwork, Rogers. Thanks, man. Thanks for the help.
Thanks for watching On the Water TV. If you'd like to learn more about today's show, log on to onthewater.com. I'm Neil Larson, and from the crew here at OTW, we hope to see you on the water.
Today's show is brought to you by Lowrance. We lead, we find, you win.